Good evening. My name is Ashwin Kumar. I am a second year student of the Department of Mechanical Engineering enrolled in its dual degree course. I am from Korba. I am a boarder of Homi Jahangir Baba Hall of Residence. I am contesting for the post of General Secretary Sports and Games, Technology Student Gymkhana, Indian Institute of Technology Kharagpur for the academic session 2014-2015.
Mr. Ashwin Kumar, why did you mention your hall of residence in your introduction?
Thank you, sir, for asking this question because most of the crowd is not aware of about this fact. To participate in the elections for the Gymkhana, you have to be a part of the general body, and for that you need to be attached to a hall of residence. That is why I have mentioned my hall, Homi Jahangir Baba Hall of Residence, in my introduction.
Ashwin, it is just mentioned. It was just mentioned. The candidate. Can you begin with the SOP, and I'll request the panelists to ask the questions related to SOP, please. Related to SOP. You can begin with your SOP, please.
During my stay at IIT Kharagpur, I have been actively involved in various fields of extracurricular activities, included in sports and games or social and cultural categories. All these have added to my experience and confidence, which has provided me the belief to take up a position of responsibility like this. Sports have always been an integral part of my life. Here at campus, I started with winning a gold medal in the Freshers Badminton Tournament. Since my first year, I have been a playing member of the Inter-IIT Badminton team. I have represented IIT Kharagpur in the 48th Inter-IIT Sports Meet held at IIT Roorkee. In my second year, I won a gold medal in the Open IIT Badminton Tournament. I was a part of the bronze-winning badminton team of IIT Kharagpur in the 49th Inter-IIT Sports Meet held at IIT Guwahati. This medal came after a long span of 5 years. I started playing badminton at the age of 8. I have received a silver medal in the Chhattisgarh Under-13 Open State Badminton Doubles Tournament. I have represented my school at zonal level football tournaments for 2 consecutive years, and our team successfully bagged silver and gold medals subsequently. I have presented a project on waste management in urban areas at the 96th Indian Science Congress held at Northeastern Hills University, Shillong. In my first year, I represented Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya Hall of Residence in the Inter-Hall Badminton and Table Tennis tournaments. I also stood third in the Freshers event for Western Vocals. I am currently the Secretary, Subcommittee Volleyball and Basketball of Homi Jahangir Baba Hall of Residence. I have represented my hall in the Sports and Games General Championships in badminton, football and squash, as well as in Social and Cultural General Championships in Hindi Dramatics and Eastern Instrumentals. Apart from this diversified involvement, I have managed to maintain a decent CGPA of 8.32. I believe that the experience gained from being involved in different events and at different levels of competition will be of utmost importance for executing my duties if elected as the General Secretary Sports and Games and work for the upliftment of sporting culture at IIT Kharagpur. Thank you.
Ashwin, I feel I feel that the participation of research scholars is very important for our chances in this year's Inter-IT to be held. So, are you aware of any initiative taken for the increase in the participation of research scholars in sports? Are you aware of any such?
Thank you, sir, for asking this question, because in past there have been research scholars who have performed well at the Inter-IT sports meet, and for this there has been a La Liga tournament which was held in the December, and there was another tournament for cricket, the Inter-Hall Research Scholar Tournament which was held.
Can you mention the source of funding which can you mention the source of funding which allowed that tournament to happen?
Sir, if you want, I will mail the details about the funding.
Are you aware of it right now, or is it in your diary?
Sir, right now it's not available with me.
Fine.
Mr. Ashwin Kumar, you mentioned in your SOP that you presented a project on waste management in urban areas in the 96th Indian Science Congress. Please elaborate on it. And what was your role which you played while presenting this project?
So first of all, I would like to throw more light upon this event which has happened at the Northeastern Hill University, Shillong. It was a group of 5, and amongst them, I was the member who presented the project in the 96th Indian Science Congress. We together collected data from the internet, conducted surveys in the local areas about waste management, and Korba being an industrial hub, we have also made specific studies about the fly ash concentration and the fly ash releases, what are the use of the fly ash bricks, and the specific data about the electrostatic precipitator which are used in the power plants, and we have also done, and a group of 4 also have done the project regarding the Balco project. So there are many more details which can be specified on this.
Ashwin, there's a question for you. Since you are saying that you were secretary volleyball and basketball in your Hall of Residence, so you have been taking initiatives to promote sports. So are you aware of the ongoing improvements in sporting infrastructure in Kharagpur?
Sir, can you please specify the sport or game?
Can you name all the sports in which we have proposals for improvement in infrastructure?
Sir, first of all, the major proposal is for introducing a new multi-purpose room for volleyball and basketball, which can include badminton also.
So are they the only infrastructure problems in Kharagpur, or there are more proposals? Name me all the proposals, please.
So please, I am not a database, I cannot specify all the proposals.
Are they in your diary? Are they in your diary? Ashwin, are they in your...
There shouldn't be. He's already asked.
Ashwin, I agree you're not a database. Are these facts in your diary because these are important?
We can move on to the next question, please. We can move on to the next question, please. You want to answer this? You want to answer this?
Sir, I know one more major demand regarding the squash court, and which is going to be planned in front of the badminton, which I have heard is going to be planned in front of the badminton court.
Okay, Ashwin, can you tell me how many points has a JP Hall secured in Inter-Hall General Championship sports this year and last?
Sir, this year, Homi Jahangir Baba Hall of Presidents has not secured any point, but this does not state that there is no enthusiasm regarding sports and games in Homi Jahangir Baba Hall of Presidents. I will specify.
And what about last year? What about last year?
I don't think this question is candidate.
Again.
No, I have a
Again,
follow-up question.
okay. So it's better you answer the follow-up question first, because I'll request the panelists again. Let's stick to the question related to SOP, because the audience wants to listen that only. There's no point of involving the halls of residence.
Yeah, this is involving halls of residence.
My question to you is, how is your garbage disposal system and electrostatic precipitator going to be of any use when you become a Gymkhana GSEC of sports and games?
First of all, regarding collecting these informations, I have to meet various people who are at executive level in the power plants. This has helped me in enhancing my personality and my speaking qualities while meeting them, and to know more people, how to get friendly with everyone, so that I can interact with many people as I have done in the past 2 years while being present in the Inter-IT contingent. That has helped me increase my bonding. So this experience I have gained from there. Also, I have been a part of the team. So what is a teamwork? I've learned from there itself, and there are many more qualities. If I will tell, then it will take much more time.
Mr. Ashwin Kumar, you mentioned that you won a bronze medal in the 49th Inter-IIT Sports Meet, and this medal came after a long span of 5 years. So why did you mention that it came after a long span of 5 years in your SOP? What was the significance of it?
Sir, first of all, IIT Kharagpur badminton team has bagged a medal after 5 years. So that is something bringing laurels and respect for the institute. So I am proud to be a part of that team. And secondly, since 2 years, I have given my hard work and dedication to this team, and it has worked and has got laurels. So that is why I am proud to be of that team, and I can openly admit that I have performed well. Not only me, our team has performed well there.
Ashwin, just tell me, Ashwin, have you held any managerial post till now?
So as I have already mentioned in my statement of purpose, I am currently the secretary, volleyball and basketball subcommittee of Homi Jahangir Baba Hall of Presidents, and I was also the captain of the badminton team of Homi Jahangir Baba Hall of Presidents.
Can you mention the events, medals backed by you in those events?
Sir, we did not back any event, but as I have already mentioned, this should not be stated as like this, because it shows that the hall has no enthusiasm for this sport, which is obviously wrong. We have great enthusiasm for this sport, and we try and give 100%, but if the results are not in our favor, we accept that with great gratitude.
Ashwin,
Ashwin, you should contest for the post of
cricket team in your first year, right? You are part of the Inter-IIT badminton team in your first year. Okay. So did you contest for any Gymkhana secretary election in your first year itself?
No, sir, I did not contest for any secretary elections.
But you did contest for secretary election in hall, right?
Yes, sir.
But why was that decision taken? It would have involved your participation at the Gymkhana level rather than your hall level. So why didn't you contest for the Gymkhana secretary election?
So first of all, I would like to inform the crowd present here that both the elections are not held at the same time. The Gymkhana elections are held in the first year, and the secretary elections for my Hall of Presidents were held in the second year. In my first year, I was in Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya Hall of Presidents, and I was not in contact with many of the seniors. When I came to second year, I came in contact with the seniors, and they gave me whatever it requires to be a secretary, and that is why I was motivated from there to become the secretary of Homi Jahangir Baba Hall of Presidents.
Ashwin Kumar, you are presently holding a post at your hall now. How it will be different to be a secretary for basketball and volleyball, and again you will be a general secretary of sports. How different you are seeing those posts?
Sir, my vision will always be to excel in whatever responsibilities I am taking, and to perform well. And just the number of students have increased. It is just from 200 that I will have the responsibility of the performance of the thousands of students present in this campus, and I will take up that charge with full utmost dedication and responsibility.
Do you have that capability? Now you are for a hall. You are sub-secretary for a hall, and now you are going to be a part of IIT KGP. You will be head of all the halls for G6 sports, and so what you will do there? What will be does your sports background help there?
Yes, ma'am. As I have already mentioned in my statement of purpose, not only in badminton, I have been involved in various other sports and games, and the knowledge about these sports and games, along with the managerial aptitude which I have gained from being a secretary at the Homi Jahangir Baba Hall of Presidents, the combination of these will help me to cater my services to the people of IIT Kharagpur.
Ashwin, are you aware of the major problem that happened in this year's inter-halls due to the overlapping of all the events, due to the shifting of the events? Can you identify the major problem that we faced this time?
Sir, like in hockey, I can state that due to the shifting of the events, the number of matches which were going to be held were too much, and that is why the hockey was not conducted in the normal way, and it had to be jotted down to.
Could you explain it did not happen in the normal way?
Normal
Actually,
way, like-
I'm not asking sports specific. I'm just asking you about one major problem which was common to all the sports. Are you aware of that problem?
If you would specify the aspect of this problem, then I would be clear. Then I would be able to answer your question regarding what aspect. So please let me. Let me
You are very
clarify.
correct in that. I would like to add to your knowledge basically. The major problem that we faced was regarding the ambulance because the ambulance could not be present in all the events at the same time. That was the major problem, and due to that many injuries also happened to the players, but that was taken care of, but that was a major problem. Thank you.
Sir, I would like to
It's fine.
sir, I would like to add on this that if you are claiming that there was a major problem, then I am not able to identify the problem because it can be the problem of practice of the people, it can be the problem of ambulance as you stated. So please, if you would specify the sphere of that problem, I would be able to answer your questions more properly and adequately.
It's fine, it's fine.
Ashwin,
I just wanted to know about the problem. It's fine, very fine with me.
Ashwin, I have a question for you. In one of your previous answers, you mentioned that you did not have the guidance in your first year. So how do we expect such a person, if you are elected as General Secretary Sports and Games, to like impart awareness to the first years who are coming, if you yourself were not aware in the first year?
Sir, from this incident, I will learn that first year students are not aware of the things which are going on in the campus, and that is why I will give more stress on first year students. And as my fellow contestant has already stated, to the postgraduate, graduate and research scholar students, and I will try and conduct some programs which will help them.
Thank you, Ashwin.
Okay,
Thanks a lot.
Ashwin,
Please take a seat.
Thank you. I have three proposals. My first proposal is the development of an online portal for registration and slot allocation in gym, tennis, pool and swimming. My second proposal is allocation of a separate gym slot for the inter-IIT players at the present gymnasium in the autumn semester. And my third and final proposal is to start a morning session of march past and conditioning during the camp for inter-IIT practice in December. So I would like to discuss my first proposal. My first proposal is dedicated to the service of students of IIT Kharagpur, and I would like to state the aim of the portal which I have created to facilitate the registration of the interested students in these sports, to make the registration and slot allocation process more efficient and less cumbersome. Now, before discussing about the portal, firstly I would like you to specify the present system so that you can differentiate between what I have imagined and what I would like to perceive and the present system. Currently, an applicant has to go to the gymkhana and collect the form for respective activities. Then he has to fill up the details provided in the form. If the registration is for gymnasium or swimming, then the student has to go to the BCR hospital to get medical certificate for his registration. After this, he has to go to the bank to deposit the required registration fee for the particular sport or game. Then in the last and final step, he has to go back to Gymkhana and submit the form with the receipt which he would receive from the bank to the respective person in the office. Finally, a slot is given to the applicants on the first come first serve basis. Now I would like to specify the needs of such a portal. It will streamline the registration process and make it hassle-free. It will save the time of the interested applicants and also increase the efficiency of the working of Gymkhana activities. It would lead to reduction in the unnecessary paperwork. It would reduce the processing time of the application. It would reduce the shoe leather cost as applicant can fill application for different facilities like gymnasium, swimming, pool and tennis at the comfort of their rooms. Now I would like to discuss the functioning of the portal. The applicants will initially have to register on the website with their name.
Mr. Ashwin Kumar, okay. Ask a question. You mentioned in your proposal that you have included that the BCR hospital will be issuing a medical certificate for the registration. So what kind of groundwork have you done? Whom you have contacted? Please elaborate on it.
So firstly, I would like to tell how BC Roy Hospital will play a role in my portal. The app. Firstly, let me discuss the functioning of the portal, then I will answer your question. The applicants will then have to go get a medical certificate which will be submitted online by the BC Roy authorities. For this, I have contacted the administrative head of BC Roy Hospital, whose name is Mrs. Seema Roy, medical officer BC Roy Technology Hospital. She was highly impressed by the idea and gave positive response for the same. And we have also checked in the facilities which are available in the BC Roy Hospital. So they have approved of this idea and they have said that they can online verify this the recommendation of medical certificate.
Ashwin, I have a question. Ashwin, I have a question here. How do you think your proposal will help the inter-IT players? Because already we have been given slots of gym and those things which help in the inter-IT players.
So
Free
first
gym
of all,
slots.
sir, currently I am discussing my first proposal.
Yeah, I am also asking about the first proposal.
So you are asking about my second proposal?
No, it's the first proposal. The proposal of an online. Read it out. Yeah, you read out the first proposal.
Sir, regarding gym slot for inter-IT players, it is my second proposal in which I have mentioned that. So for inter-IT performance, to get your enhanced performance in inter-IT, I am having a different separate proposal. Why are you coming
Mr. Ashwin Kumar,
with the first proposal?
don't you think that being the General Secretary Sports and Games, you will be responsible for all the students of all halls of residences and you wouldn't be just catering to the needs of inter-IT players?
Yes sir, as I have already stated that this proposal is dedicated to the service of all the students of IIT Kharagpur and not just the inter-IT players.
Ashwin, your first proposal is like slot registration and slot allocation for gym tennis for all the students. Your second proposal is for slot allocation for inter-IT players.
I think we are currently discussing first proposal.
Just hold on.
We are not discussing
Are you
second
going to
proposal.
only allocate slots in your tenure and do nothing else?
Don't you think there should be a proper information dissemination? And the thing is,
That can be all incorporated.
discussing his first proposal. Let the candidate answer. Let the candidate answer. If he wants to answer it, he can. Otherwise, he can say no.
I would like to answer this question. Sir, everything has its way of presentation. The way in which you presented this annual statement was very wrong and it should not be presented in this way. There are two different aspects.
You have put down two same proposals. That's what I'm saying.
That they are not same. I would like to specify this.
Are inter-IT players not students of Kharagpur?
First of all, let me complete my answer.
Please do.
Yes, sure. First of all, students who are registering by the normal procedure, they have to stand in long queues. And if you have not experienced it personally, I have experienced twice, and I stood in the line for 2 hours.
So are we.
What? So you don't know anything. That's why you're asking. So I am.
No, I know everything about slot allocation.
Just a minute.
I've been
Let's move on to the next question. Let us move on to the next question. We are commenting on each other. Okay, Ashwin, please carry it. You cannot comment on the panelist too. He cannot comment on the panelist. That's what I'm saying. You cannot comment on the panelist too. Please, panelists are also requested. Do not interrupt the candidate in between. Let him answer it. If you have any questions, you can ask again.
So can I answer the question?
Look, Ashwin, let's move on to the next question, please.
Ashwin, I have a question for you. Do you think that the General Secretary Sports and Games should have the most creative proposal? No. Is it important?
Sir, the aim of the proposal is not to create a more creative proposal. It is to serve the majority of the crowd present here.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was telling. So, do you agree that if you become General Secretary Sports and Game and say Sumit unfortunately couldn't make it, so will you implement Sumit's proposal? Because I think it's very good proposal. I think Sumit's proposal is very good. So, will you implement that proposal?
Pretty sure, sir. If I find it reasonable and comfortable enough, I will discuss with my fellow partner. If I become the General Secretary, whoever else will become the General Secretary with me, I will discuss with him and I will take in consideration all the proposals which have been discussed now, and out of that most fruitful proposal will be implemented.
Thank you, Ashwin. Thank you very much. Thank you. The time is up. Thank you.